Okay, so I wanted to talk about Kiss of Life. I made countless videos on them before, but I wanted to do this one because if anyone is going to be speaking on their cancellation, I think it should be someone from the community they offended. Not a third party trying to gloss over what happened or tell you how you should feel. So without further ado, let's get started. And that's not me saying that a third party can't talk about it. That's just me saying that the only videos I've seen from third party people are the ones trying to gloss over everything. So let's go. Let's start from the beginning. Kiss of Life did a live stream for Julie's birthday. The theme she chose was centered around Black American people, Black American culture, and hip hop culture, which is Black culture. Belle's outfit also depicted Latino culture, specifically the Cholas style and subculture that came from the Latin community in Los Angeles. I read an interesting article on it. You guys should check it out. However, during the live stream, the members played into harmful stereotypes of Black people. They ate what they assumed was soul food, dressed how they thought Black people dress, and called Belle Little Taco Bell.
마음에 안 들어. Who that? 자꾸 우리 주위 쌤이 이렇게 말하는 건 마음에 안 들어. Who that? 잠깐만 기다려봐.
하루 종일 마음에 안 들어.
야, 오빠 전화.
The backlash was immediate, and what really set people off was the fact that before the live stream even happened, the members told fans not to leave the fandom. And that one detail is one that I see people trying to erase from the narrative. We're not erasing that from the story. They knew what they were doing, okay? After the stream, their comment section was full of people calling them out, saying what they did was wrong, and demanding an apology. A day later, they posted one, but the apology was seen as insincere, clearly written by ChatGPT, and posted on their fan website, a platform barely anyone visits, instead of sharing it directly on social media. That was strike one. Then, as if nothing happened, they continued posting as usual on Instagram. No pause, no reflection. That was strike two. Eventually, they released a handwritten apology, but it was addressed to only their fandom. They didn't directly acknowledge or apologize to the people they actually offended. That was strike three. And after that, a lot of international fans washed their hands of them. Several fan communities shut down, and people were just over the constant disrespect. About a month later, KCON announced their lineup, and it included Kiss of Life. The announcement sparked outrage. KCON USA's comment section was flooded with people demanding they remove Kiss of Life from the lineup. Some even threatened to give them a black ocean during their performance. A lot of video responses were made about the situation, some of which I didn't get to include in my short I did about this situation. But we're gonna take a look at them here. You can't skip if you don't want to watch them. They're pretty short though.
Y'all gonna listen to me when I tell y'all these companies in K-pop be super tone deaf, because how do you not know that booking Kiss of Life for KCON's a bad idea? Like, with everything that Kiss of Life has had going on recently, how do y'all say it down in the room and go, yeah, let's book one of the most controversial acts in K-pop?
No, because who thought sending Kiss of Life to KCON was a good idea? I understand that they probably had it booked in advance, like before everything happened, but I feel like they have more than enough time to find a replacement. It sucks that I'm even saying this because I used to really like them, but unfortunately, I don't think they should be getting rewarded for that behavior.
Kiss of Life at KCON LA, girl. Initially, I didn't think they probably won't get any heat in person because, you know, people ate up Blackpink at Coachella. But the comment to that post, there's not one positive one. Not one. I don't know that S2 think like this will get, you know, us maybe in good graces again, but girl, I don't know.
This is so funny because you wouldn't even know if you weren't there to watch it. KCON is dropping their second half of their lineup, right? Kiss of Life is gonna be there. They posted, they got ratioed the fuck. The comments crazy. Why did they delete it, repost it, and they're getting ratioed again?
I have a strong feeling that at KCON, Kiss of Life is going to get a black ocean. Literally no one wants them there. They're getting ratioed so like astronomically bad on Instagram right now. And every TikTok that I've seen of people talking about, KCON, no one's been excited that Kiss of Life has been there.
Soon after the backlash, KCON made a statement saying that they and S2 Entertainment mutually agreed to remove Kiss of Life from the lineup. They also apologized to fans who wanted to see them there. And just like that, the Kiss of Life saga in the US came to an end. This is one of the first times a K-pop group has ever been successfully canceled by international fans. But, I would argue with this that they're not the first. Hyuna had a US tour planned last year, and that ended up being canceled because no one bought tickets, largely due to her marrying a former Beast member who's been linked to the Burning Sun scandal. Now, back to Kiss of Life. Let's talk about the things people are saying in their defense. Excuse number 1, this only happened because they're from a small company. Now, that might be true, but I will say they did have a pretty good global fan base. But if I'm being honest, their core audience, their core support came from the US. Second excuse, this only happened because they're a girl group. This one is interesting, and I hate to admit it, but I do see the double standards. So let's get into it. Jackson from GOT7 did culture appropriation and refused to apologize. And while this was going on, his friend, Ben Baller, came to his defense and ended up calling non-K-pop fans. He said that non-Asian K-pop fans have low IQs. Yeah, and then the next day, they posted a weird photo together. Yeah, that was weird. And, Jackson never apologized for the cultural appropriation and even got offended when people asked him to. So we're going to move on to our next one. So why isn't Blackpink getting the same treatment? That's a question I ask myself too. People say it's because what they did happened 11 years ago. And I'm just like, so what? That means they don't need to apologize? Let me say this clearly for you. They need to apologize. They're out here profiting off Black culture, using aesthetics, the sounds, the influence of Black musicians, and they've never acknowledged their past actions. And the talk of this is brewing. Them saying the N-word is not going away. Teen Vogue is even talking about this. There was a whole article where a Black fan said that she's breaking up with K-pop, and she goes in to talk about how she contacted YG Entertainment about it and never got a reply back. She even was on a podcast recently, and that was very interesting to watch as well. But the time is coming, and I just want to get back on point and say they're not going to be able to run from this. And they've had plenty of chances to get ahead of it. They were on the biggest stage in America, Coachella, Lisa and Jenny. They could have taken a moment to address it. Instead, they got up there, gave weak performances, and kept it moving. Lisa was decent week 2, but week 1, not so much. And Jenny, let's move on. So I'm going to end the video here. Let me know what you think about all of this. Are you still listening to Kiss of Life? Are you done with them? Tell me. And for a lot of people who have asked me about what is going to happen next for their career, here's what I always say, and I have said before. There will always be people who will support Kiss of Life. There will always be people who don't. But this situation, this minstrel show they performed, will be in the back of everyone's minds forever. The same way Mamamoo's blackface performance still lingers. The same way I can't look at Beast without thinking about that one member that did blackface. The same way Jackson's culture appropriation never left my mind. This is just one more case added to that list. So let me know your thoughts. Have a good day.